Hi everybody, welcome back to another video here on my channel. Hope you guys are all doing good and well as usual. I'm in the same vid as the last video. Had some extra time today, so I decided to sit down and film another one. So today I'm going to be talking about polishes, or should I say brands that I don't have a lot of in my collection. So there's only about 4 here that I'm going to be talking about today. Some of them are for going to be weird reasons that you guys find, and some of them are warranted to myself. I've grown with this hobby, I've just grown to know what I like and what I don't like, especially being a consumer with all these polishes. So let's just get into this topic. The first brand that I don't have a lot of in my collection is OPI. So OPI is a wonderful brand. It's one of the brands that I did start to collect before diving much further into Essie. I feel like Essie just had more interesting colors and I like their bottle shape more. I just gravitated towards the whole brand as a whole more. So with OPI, I don't know what it is about some of these bottles, guys. I don't know what it is, but after some time, they are impossible to open. Like, I can clean inside the lid of the bottle. You know, I can clean around the grooves of the bottle, but it just, this one is opening today because, of course, I'm going to be talking about it and it's going to open today. That's just how life is. But, yeah, usually I just can't open it. I don't know what it is. It's like this magical force that keeps it locked or tightened, I guess. But I've actually had plier marks on here from when I've tried to open it. I have this irrational fear of, you know, breaking one of my tooths on a nail polish bottle if I ever tried to do that. It's very weird. And I never want to tell that story about how I broke my teeth trying to open a bottle of nail polish. And I also don't want to be grabbing tools to open my bottles of nail polish either to do a manicure. It's silly, I know, it might be prissy to you guys, but I just can't do it. So this one, this brand, I do have a few from. Like, I have about 25 to 28. It's somewhere in between that range of OPI. And every single one of them I love. But another tidbit is that they do get goopy after a while. Like, I had 2 bottles of Blackberry Pagoda, and both of them got super stringy after a while and just didn't perform well. They got really goopy and applied chunky, and even applying thinner didn't save it, and you can open them after a while. It was just a hot mess. So with OPI, those are just 2 of the reasons why I don't really gravitate towards purchasing from them. The ones that I did purchase, you know, I do still use. Obviously, some of them are still untried, but if I do see a color that I like from OPI when they come out with their amazing collections, I usually look at other brands to see if there's dupes, or, you know, shop my stash to see if there's dupes as well. So that is why I don't have a lot of OPIs in my collection. The next brand up is Zoya. So Zoya is a really like sophisticated brand. Like, I love their nail shape, I love their marketing, I love how all their nail polishes are named after names. It's just very classy and, you know, just a really good solid brand. But with Zoya, they do have a lot of colors that I already have in my collection, especially when it comes to creams, because I do have a lot of China glazes and Essies, and a lot of them are creams. And I do find their nail polishes are sufficient enough for me with that finish. The Zoyas I do gravitate towards are the Pixie Dust. But even with saying that, Zoya is very, very expensive. Like, you know, on nailpolishcanada.com, they went from, you know, $10.99 to $11.99 to all the way up to $12.99. And I feel like that price is only going to increase, especially since Zoya, the brand itself, is increasing. And also, I don't really like the fact that they don't include the Z wide brush with all their nail polishes. I get it. It's how, you know, they want to make money and everything, and I get that's how marketing works. But I feel like since your nail polishes are already so expensive and they're only going to increase from the looks of it, they could throw that in for free with their collections. I just feel like it's a bit unnecessary for, you know, to make us consumers, you know, purchase them on the side, even though knowing that we want the Z wide brush just coming with the polish. So yeah, that's just another reason why I don't really gravitate towards Zoya, but they are a really, really good brand. And I do love their pixie dust finishes. Like sometimes if I do group buys with some friends, and the last two Zoyas I bought, which were Waverly and Oswin, I did get for $8 each, which is much better than $13 each, I think. So yeah, that's just why I don't really gravitate towards Zoya too much. Next brand up is Orly. So the only reason why I don't have a lot of Orlys in my collection is because I haven't tried any Orlys yet. Every single one I do have in my collection, I have not tried. I put them on my racks. I've shown them to you guys, but I just haven't tried any of them yet. So I'm planning to just do a separate video, just me trying Orly for the first time and really giving you guys my opinion and how they've performed, because from the looks of it, Orly looks like a solid brand, you know, and a bang for your buck brand as well. Like they have the 18 milliliters, the rubberized cap, the paddle brush. Solid brand from the sounds of it. And I'd actually really like to read Jeff Prink's book. I believe he's the founder of Orly, so I plan on picking up that book eventually and reading it. I'd really like to find out what it's all about and what he's all about. So yeah, that is just the only reason why I don't have a lot of Orlys in my collection. But looking at the brand from afar, I think that I'm going to love it. So that is my tidbit on Orly. So the last brand that I don't have a lot of in my collection, I don't know if you guys are going to be shocked about this, is Cirque Colors. So Cirque Colors is an indie brand. I believe it was founded in the early to 2010s, I believe, like maybe 2010 to 2012, somewhere in that range. And Cirque is a solid brand. They definitely know what they're doing with their marketing. Their Instagram is amazing. When they come out with their new collections, it's definitely hard not to be captivated by all the beautiful releases. But with that being said, there have been a few issues I've had with their polishes, and the way that it was dealt with when I brought it to their attention was a bit below par for me. You know, I like to invest in brands that have good customer service and care about, you know, making their customers buy from them. And so with a couple of their polishes, I believe this was a thermal, and I will say beforehand, I wasn't aware that thermals could die when you purchase them. I wasn't aware that the pigment was only temporary. But with that being said, I did buy one for them, and it died within, you know, less than 6 months of me having it. And for me, you know, their thermals aren't cheap. They go for about $20 here. And then their non-specialty finishes, which is the next one I'm going to talk about, acid wash, goes for $17. So, you know, for price points that high and for the quality they performed at, it just wasn't it for me. You know, the thermal died and acid wash chipped off within a day of wearing it. One of my friends had the same issue. So when I brought it to their attention, they kind of made it seem like it was me that wasn't making the product work. Like, you know, they asked me if I stored it at cool temperatures, if I applied it correctly. And, you know, I like to think I apply nail polish pretty well. You know, I have over 500 bottles, so I like to think I apply it pretty well. But, you know, and it's fair for them to ask these questions, but at the same time, I don't think it's fair for them to automatically assume it was me that, you know, wasn't making the product work. I understand that thermals die and everything, but, you know, that's just not a way to handle customers' concerns. Like blaming the quality of the product on, you know, the way I used it or stored it or whatever. It just didn't really sit well with me. So yeah, that's just one reason why I don't have a lot of Cirques in my collection. I have given a few away, or, you know, I have kept the ones that I love, and I have picked up two since this debacle. I picked up Black Magic, because that supports the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People in the state, and also I picked up Splash because I love mermaid polishes. Don't judge me. But yeah, those are only two that I bought recently, but a lot I've given away, but a lot have become my favorites as well. But yeah, that's just one of the reasons why I don't really gravitate towards Cirque anymore. So when they come out with their collections, I don't really look out for them or anything like that. You know, I just would hope that a brand that's that big and, you know, that powerful and like in the nail polish community would have better customer service than that. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it. Let me know some brands you don't have in your collection, or ones that you don't gravitate towards, or ones that you mostly do, which is another video coming your way. Thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate it. I'll see you in my next one. Take care.